What's going on, Bills fans? This is Bills Latest. I am your host, Michael Korn. We are brought to you by FanArc. Man, I am hearing so much crap about the Jaguars' last 5 games and how they're just rolling and on fire. And they played the Tennessee Titans twice, the Jets, and then the Colts. That's a good schedule? Tennessee is terrible. The New York Football Jets didn't get a single interception the entire year on the defensive side of the football. I don't even know if they had a wide receiver over 600 or 700 yards receiving. I'm supposed to be impressed with Jacksonville beating these teams? Can somebody tell me why? Because I don't get it. Those teams are terrible. Now, you go look at the last 5 for Buffalo, win against New England, win against the Jets, they suck. But then you play New England again, then you go to Detroit, and then you had the Rams back on December 8th. 3 out of your 5 games were against potential 1 seeds heading into the playoffs in New England and the Rams. I get you didn't beat the Rams and you didn't beat New England one of the times. But at least you played somebody you're going to see in the playoffs, and you kind of know what to expect. Because if Jacksonville is thinking they're just walking into another Titans or Colts or Jets game, holy shit, are they going to be surprised? So yeah, maybe it was a good ego boost for Jacksonville to get some wins under their belt in that weak AFC South division. But let's be real. Buffalo has played better teams this year, especially lately. I'd rather be playing playoff teams heading into the playoffs than a bunch of scrubs. Jacksonville could be built off a false hope, folks. And the more and more I'm thinking about this game and looking, like, don't get me wrong, Jacksonville's numbers, their offensive numbers, Lawrence, phenomenal. They've had contributions from a good amount of wide receivers. ETN's done average. He's about middle of the pack when it comes to rushing yards this year. I'm not convinced Buffalo doesn't go in there and win by a touchdown or two. A lot of people have this as a coin flip. I don't know, man. I don't know. You take a look at both of these defenses. All we're hearing about is how good Jacksonville's defense was, and they did have a lot of takeaways throughout the year. But both these teams hold opponents under 22 points. For as bad as Buffalo's defense is, they still don't allow a lot of points. It gets tight in the red zone. So it's one thing to rack up yards, again, which both of these offenses can do. But you got to put points on the table. And that's just where you have to default to Josh Allen. Probably best quarterback in the league. He's a game changer, according to Cam Newton. Trevor Lawrence is a game manager, according to Cam Newton. So I think this is, I don't know if this is going to be as close as people think. And it's crazy that as a 6 seed, if we were to lose, we choked. How did we choke? They're the 3 seed. They should be better. The only reason you can say that is, one, because their division is shit, and we have Josh Allen. The only reason this game is a coin flip is because it is in Jacksonville. I am not buying this will be a close game anymore. And maybe I was a little biased because I had Trevor Lawrence in fantasy football. So what? I didn't play him. You don't wanna know who I had to play. So I just don't think I'm taking it's early. It's still I could change my mind. I could change my mind, so don't give me a couple days here. I'm taking the Bills by 10. I am taking Buffalo by 10. Because again, I just I don't see it. We our secondary is phenomenal. Everybody rags on this defense for their run defense. And sure, I kind of get it. I've done it. Very, very, very rarely am I knocking on the secondary because they have been holding it down. Holding it down. And I just don't get why again, Buffalo's holding teams to under 22 points a game and they're just still getting shit on as far as their defense. You only got to win a few more games. That's all you really got to do. And I think the way we're going to do it is through the play action. Because the Jags do have a great run defense. So two things can happen. We're going to come out and try to establish the run. And if we do that and we're pounding it down their throats, expect it to be like Pittsburgh. Especially if you're a team that is priding yourself on stopping the run and we come out there and just run it down your throat. That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one for your defensive coordinator to swallow. And now that's going to open up so much in the play action game. And that's where I think this thing could get into a shootout. And I have to lean towards Josh Allen. I'm sorry. I'm not leaning towards Trevor Lawrence. I just don't see how they're going to pull it off. I just don't. Call it karma, call it destiny. I just think the Bills are destined to at least win a game or two this year. I really do. I don't think they're going to be an early bounce to the Jags. I think they're going to work that play action in. They're going to get the tight Kincaid involved, Knox involved, Hawes involved. And Jacksonville is going to say, yep, they got no wide receivers. But the running back and tight end just destroyed us today. Oh, yeah, not to mention QB1. You establish that play action early, man. I think establish the run, the play action. This is going to get ugly quick. I'm starting to only think the only way, and I don't even want to put this out into the ether or into existence, but man, it better not come down to kicking. It better not come down to kicking again in Buffalo. What are we going to do? Are we going to be forced into some goofy 4th and longs or maybe going for 2 in certain occasions? We got to be at least confident in extra points, right? With our backup kicker. I hope. Maybe. Don't know. Gonna find out. Again, I don't want to say it, but could you imagine sending the Ralph out with another missed kick? That would suck. That would be a big suck right there. So as long as this isn't a kicking game, a field goal game, I think we'll be okay. Because that is one area where I am a little frightened. Just a little frightened. Call it PTSD. Call it whatever you want. But as a Bills fan, kicking makes you nervous. But that's been it for today, folks. This has been Bill's Latest. I was your host, Michael Korn. We are brought to you by FanArc. We hope you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and we'll be back with even more great stuff for you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much.